Arsenal are back on top. The fans asked for a statement and oh boy did we get one. A first half Gabriel Martinelli header, followed by a second half onslaught. From Arsenal's midfield excellence to Mikel Arteta's super sub, a 5-star performance at the Emirates Stadium. As per, let's break it down and discuss the 5 things that we learnt from Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Babs14. Welcome back to your boys channel, and I have got a gargantuan smile on my face because, you know, today's been amazing. A 5-star Arsenal performance, amazing. But also your boy is so thankful because I got a call up from the Arsenal and I was a part of their breakdown show. The Team 14 revolution gets bigger and bigger, and all of that is down to you guys. So thank you so much as always. And in this video, if you enjoy it, smash a like, subscribe if you're new. We are growing bigger and better, and we are on the road to 130,000 subscribers. We're starting off by talking about the Arsenal front three on fire. When you see Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus in the tunnel at the Emirates Stadium, it is looking scary, and not for us. And the two Arsenal star boys, Saka and Martinelli, combined for the first goal. And in terms of Bukayo, despite playing 27 minutes, 3 chances created, he had 1 assist, he won 3 ground duels, 2 accurate crosses, made 2 recoveries, 1 accurate long ball, and also drew 1 foul. To do all of that in 27 minutes, playing up against Lodi, a former fullback for Atletico Madrid and has played in the Champions League. And every time Thomas Partey found Bukayo Saka in isolation, he was getting absolutely ripped apart. But taking off half an hour into the game, Mikel Arteta on if the Saka injury puts his World Cup in doubt. He says hopefully not. It was a bad kick. He was limping, but I don't see it further than that. Both foot and ankle, he got kicked a few times. At this point, I have to call out the referees. Bukayo is a dribbler, he's a flair player, he wants to take his man on. But the issue is when you're embarrassing your fullbacks, often these guys want to kick you, they want to hurt you. So I'm calling out all of the referees to actually be more proactive and protect Bukayo Saka, because right now he's getting kicked left, right and centre and there's no protection whatsoever. But the main man for that first goal was the goal scorer, Gabriel Martinelli. His 5th league goal of the season and his 4th home goal for the season, the joint highest alongside Gabriel Jesus. And in that first half, 100% of the shots were on target, 29 touches, 12 final third passes, 5 touches in the opposition box, 3 passes into the box, 2 interceptions, 2 shots, 1 goal and a 0.27 expected goals. His 5th league goal of the season. Saka, Martinelli and Jesus are now all joint in terms of Arsenal's top goal scorers this season. Arsenal might not have a out and out goal scorer, a 30 goal a season player, but as Man City have shown over the past few years before Erling Haaland, with the likes of Gundogan as a top goal scorers, if these players can all score 10 to 15 plus goals, as long as the ball is ending up in the back of the net, it doesn't matter who scores. It's more than possible to not just compete for a title but even win it. But in the second half, Gabriel Jesus came into his own, getting 2 assists on the day. But despite Arsenal scoring 5, Jesus scored 0. And Mikel Arteta after the game on Jesus not scoring again says, "He contributed in every single goal. I think he was involved somehow. The goals will arrive." Contributed he did with 2 assists, 3 shots on target, 2 shots off target, 2 shots blocked, 2 big chances missed, 72 touches, 36 accurate passes, 4 key passes and 2 big chances created. First things first, I have to say, in terms of link up play and dropping deeper, Jesus was amazing once again. And with 2 big chances created, that was the most out of any Arsenal player that started. But with 7 shots on goal and 2 big chances missed, most fans will talk about the fact that he once again was not clinical. But I think in this game, the fact that he even had 7 shots, it's an example of a player that I think was trying just a little bit too hard. Jesus is a massive confidence player, and over the years at Man City, when things are going his way, as Arsenal fans saw at the start of the season, Jesus can be sensational and the ball flies into the back of the net. But with him being a massive flair player, when things are going his way, you can still see that he still lacks that little bit of composure and calmness, and he starts to kind of force it. And I think this graphic here is most telling. The Arsenal passing networks. Look at number 9 Gabriel Jesus behind Martinelli, Odegaard and Nelson, playing alongside Xhaka in midfield. With the way this guy plays and the amount that he's trying and the mentality he has, and trust me when I say this, as they say, when it rains it pours, so once Jesus scores, the rest will definitely follow soon. But what are your thoughts on Gabriel Jesus' overall performance, and what do you make on his goal drought? Moving on to the second thing, the Emirates Stadium dominance. The last two games against Southampton and PSV, a loss and a draw. Your boy is a bit of an XG merchant, and in both of those games Arsenal created chances and won both of them on expected goals. That doesn't tell the entire story, but at the same time, winning on XG means that Arsenal are creating chances, and let's just say in this game Arsenal cashed in on the XG. Despite scoring 5, Arsenal only created 2.78 to Nottingham Forest's 0.3. The rest of the stats are simply emphatic. 24 shots on goal, nearly 70% of the ball, 561 passes, 80% of the field tilts, 62 final third entries, 3.7 expected threat created. The field tilt is utter dominance. Wave after wave of Arsenal pressure. This is the definition of sustaining pressure for 90 minutes. But even then, there were some shaky moments, especially after Saka went off in the first half. A mistake from Gabriel Magalhaes nearly gave Forest a goal. Whatever Mikel Arteta said at halftime, the Arsenal players came out and they reminded the Arsenal fans, this is what we do at the Emirates Stadium. 4 goals, 5 in total, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And this was win number 300 for Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. I've always said about the importance of having a home stadium as a fortress. We have seen the Etihad, Anfield. It's now getting to the stage where Arsenal are so dominant and so good at home that teams will now come to the Emirates Stadium almost expecting a defeat before it's even happened. Arsenal have now also scored 3 goals or more in 6 of their 12 Premier League matches this season, an astonishing 50% of the league matches. There is now a sense of expectation now from the Arsenal fans that no matter who we play, we are going to be the 3-point collectors. Moving on to the third thing, Mikel Arteta's super sub. Minute 27, Bukayo Saka goes off injured. A sense of anticipation. What is Mikel Arteta gonna do? Is he gonna throw in Eddie Nketiah? Maybe Fabio Vieira? But Mikel Arteta threw out a curveball. As come off the moment, come on, the forgotten star boy, Mr. Reiss Nelson. And the last time that Nelson had scored in the Premier League prior to that was back in 2020 against Liverpool. Playing on the right hand side, he made such an impact. In the second half, it was 2 goals and 1 assist, 3 shots on target, 1 successful dribble, 34 accurate passes, 2 key passes, 1 cross and 1 long ball. An 8.7 rating, my friends, 3 goal contributions in a matter of 8 minutes. That's the same amount as an £80 million winger in Jadon Sancho has managed all season for Manchester United. Mikel Arteta says, I am really happy for him, personally because he's a player that is really trying. He has changed and evolved a lot. He deserves the chances and he hasn't had many minutes yet. I'm really happy for him. I think Arsenal fans in general are so happy for Reiss Nelson because he's a player that has so much quality and so much potential. And when he came through under Arsene Wenger, we can't forget that this guy before Saka, before Smith Rowe, before Martinelli, he was the original star boy. And even at the start of Mikel Arteta's Arsenal career, he was starting Reiss Nelson against Bournemouth and against Chelsea. But I need to remind you guys that last year on loan at Feyenoord, he was starting week in week out and even started in the UEFA Conference League final. And he is still only 22 years of age, but also into the final year of his Arsenal contract. And this for me was a make or break opportunity because often Bukayo Saka is always available. It may well be a bit of luck, but with the right opportunity and the right preparation, if Saka is injured and Arsenal need a right winger, is the forgotten man Reiss Nelson the super sub on the day, the surprise answer to Arsenal's problems? Moving on to the fourth thing, and that is midfield goal scoring excellence. So far this season in terms of goals from midfield, it's been Granit Xhaka that has been stealing the headlines. But in this game, my friends, it was all about 2 players. I'm going to start off with a Rolls Royce performance from the Ghanaian excellence of Thomas Partey. An 8.0 overall rating. A fantastic stunner of a goal. But this is where it gets so impressive. 126 touches, 104 passes with a 92% passing accuracy, 1 key pass, 6 accurate long balls, 2 ground duels won, and likewise 1 aerial duel. As shown by this graphic, in terms of ball progression on the day, Partey was by far the best Arsenal player. The passing numbers are simply sensational, and what's very noticeable is the fact there is a clear preference to make that pass out wide to the right hand side. This was by far Thomas Partey's most dominant performance as an Arsenal player. So commanding on the ball, so assured. When Partey is in the groove and he's in the rhythm, there are not many players in world football that can be as effective as a number number 6. And we can't forget they're playing as a number 6. In this Arsenal team, it's far from easy, but it's in that area of picking decisive and progressive passes where Thomas Partey simply comes into his own. He's now scored 2 goals this season as well, both from outside the box, and they have both been sensational. We have to also talk about Martin Odegaard, scoring his 4th league goal of the season, and as well as that goal he had 69 touches, 35 accurate passes, 5 key passes and 1 big chance created, and Odegaard was the best Arsenal player on the day in terms of expected threat created. He is the Arsenal midfield metronome, and what you're seeing from Martin Odegaard, he definitely has the ball striking and he's finally utilising that and adding goals to his game. That is now 4 goals for Odegaard, 4 goals for Xhaka and 2 for Partey, 10 goals in total in all competitions. It's another example of his Arsenal team evolving. We are free flowing, we are fluid, and the goals are coming from everywhere. Moving on to the 5th thing, and that is a statement win. Before this game you had Man City beating Leicester 1-0, going a point clear of Arsenal, top of the Premier League. They set a gauntlet to Arsenal, playing up against a Forest team that had just beaten Liverpool and they were just picking up form, and Arsenal looking a bit shaky. Was this the moment where Arsenal were finally going to collapse? No, as Arsenal are back on top of the Premier League. With 31 points now, 2 points clear of Man City, 5 clear of 3rd place Tottenham with 1 game in hand, and 10 points clear against next week's opposition Chelsea. This month has been crazy for Arsenal fans because at the start it was fantastic. We beat Spurs, we beat Liverpool, but as the month progressed and as the players got more and more tired, the Southampton draw, the PSV defeats, to then end the month with an emphatic 5-0 win at the Emirates Stadium, it's even bigger because of the loss of Liverpool. Because on the same weekend they lose to Leeds at home and end their home unbeaten record. Arsenal go to the Emirates Stadium, put in a 5-star performance and return to the top of the Premier League. That, my friends, is sending a statement to the rest of the league that Arsenal might just be that team to take on Man City. With 31 points after 12 games, that is the joint 3rd best start in Premier League history, with 3 out of the last 4 teams to do so, going on to win the Premier League title. But at the same time, it is the future, it is step by step, and next up is FC Zurich at the Emirates Stadium, then it's Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge next weekend, Brighton at home in the Carabao Cup, and Wolves away before the World Cup. It was fantastic football in the second half, the goals were sensational, the Arsenal fans are smiling, and I can sense a bit of belief now. There are still a lot of questions in terms of depth, but in terms of the mentality and the progress of the team, the potential is undeniable and definitely a little bit scary. But make sure to comment down below, what did you guys learn from this game? But that's the video there and there, so hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to go down there, smash a like and subscribe if you are new. If you want to follow your boy on all of his social medias, then the links are down below in the description. But that was the 5 things that we learned from Arsenal. 5, Nottingham Forest 0, emphatic win, 3 points in the bag, 5 goals into the back of the net, and top of the Premier League. Once again, a shout out to you guys for getting your boy onto the official Arsenal website. It's beautiful scenes. I'll see you next time and take care. See you in a bit.